Hi everyone. Hey Ashlee, how are you?
Good, thank you. How are you?
Yeah, really good, thank you. And I hope everyone watching is having an amazing day as well. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Alyssa and I'm the marketing manager here at Katoomba. And today I'm so excited to have Ashlee Laura with me. She is a salon business coach, but also the owner of Eden Spa, who is, of course, one of our amazing Katoomba customers. So thank you
Sure
so much for
are.
being here, Ashlee.
Thank you. Happy to be here.
Yeah, it's awesome. I'm really, really excited to chat with you today.
Me too.
So, can you tell us a little bit more about yourself and also about your businesses?
Yeah, sure. Okay, so I guess I've been in the industry now for 9.5 years. Um, I opened Eden Spa at the time. I actually wasn't a therapist. I have a degree in marketing, so my background's in marketing. I've worked for many corporate companies, so I guess I really had that advantage when opening the business. Then I went on and studied a whole heap of different things. So now I'm super qualified in so many different things. And then a few years ago, after growing the business from scratch and turning it, we turn over well over $1 million a year. So kind of building it from scratch, I decided I want to teach others how to do the same. I really had to learn how to grow a business without having a multi-million-dollar marketing budget, because when I
Mm,
worked in the marketing field, I had all these big budgets to play with, and I really kind of grew my business online. And through social media. So yeah, and then I moved into coaching, and I've just recently launched my own product line as well, my own skincare range as well. So yeah, always something happening, which is exciting.
yeah, that's super exciting. And yes,
Yeah.
you're a very, very busy woman, of course.
Yeah.
Cool. And so when I was chatting to Ashlee about whether or not she'd want to go live with us, I said to her, what kind of topic do you think would be really, really useful for business owners out there at the moment? And so she actually said, look, I'll pop a quick poll on Instagram and I'll see
Yeah.
kind of what comes out as the hot topic.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Ashley said that it was really around finding new clients using social media. And so that's what we're here to chat about today with Ashlee. But before we kind of get into the details there, there's a lot of talk around, do you really work on looking after your current clients or do you
Mm.
work on attracting new ones? And so what's your advice to businesses there?
It's definitely both. The best asset you can have is your pre-existing clients, and it actually costs you more money to retain new clients. So it's really important to obviously be focusing on retaining those pre-existing clients. And I guess that's where like my coaching comes into place. A lot of people come to me because they know I've got that marketing experience, and the first thing I actually say to them is, actually, let's look at your numbers in the salon before we try and get people in the door, because if you can't retain clients, what's the point of spending all this money on marketing to get your clients in the door if you can't retail, rebook, retain them? So yeah, both. It's definitely both.
Cool,
Yeah.
awesome. And so if you do come across a client, sorry, my feedback is terrible today. I hope you can still kind of hear me. If you do come across, a salon, spa, or clinic who, they are doing a really, really great job of looking after their current clients, but they really do need to build their business and they do need to attract those clients. What are
Mhm.
your tips and tricks around how they can do that using social media?
Yeah. Okay. So there's so many different things you can do on social media. And I guess the main thing, well, first of all, before you go out and put an ad out there, you really need to have a look at your engagement levels. Are you engaging with your current followers? Because if you put out an offer or call to action to get them to book in for a particular treatment, or you're trying to sell a voucher or a product, they're not really going to engage with your content if you don't already have a relationship with them. And a lot of people get confused that social media is just for you to market your business. No, it's called social for a reason, and it was developed so it could be social with other people. I actually found through COVID, for my business, we did so well through COVID. We were locked down for 9.5 weeks, and we just were so constant and consistent on social media, engaging. And because we already had that relationship, we didn't kind of pop out of the middle of nowhere. We had this engagement already, so we were able to sell a lot online. And it was purely because I had that relationship already. And a lot of people think, I want to have that. I want to be able to sell things straight away. It doesn't happen straight away. It's taken me 9 years of constantly building a rapport online with our followers, really. And that's really what you need to be focusing on before you dive into anything else, is building a relationship. It's like dating. It's a relationship. You need to, when you first meet someone, you don't kind of hit them with the hard questions. You do the nice ones. How's the weather? Are you married? Do you have children? Same sort of thing. Like we need to be building relationships. Yeah
Definitely. And how do you kind of, I guess, advise people how they get to that point? Is it kind of, how often should they be posting? And I mean, it's very time consuming. It does take time, it takes effort. So I guess, how do they kind of get to that point?
I guess the first thing you need to do is commit to what you can commit to. So if you think, I need to post every day, but then it's too overwhelming for you, don't post every day. Post once a week if that's all you can commit to. So first of all, choose what you're going to commit to and then commit to it, because your audience will look out for that post. If they know you only post once a week, they'll keep an eye out on a Tuesday that you're going to do a live video or put up some content. Same as your stories on Instagram. I've definitely moved from Facebook more over to Instagram these days. So if you're going to be regular on your Insta stories, you need to be consistent every day. You can't just do a whole heap of Insta stories one day and then leave it for a whole week, because people are going to think, well, what happened to you? Where have you gone? So consistency is a big thing. Then once you choose how consistent you're going to be, first thing you need to do, and so many people need to do this, go back and really think about, who are you trying to attract? Who is your ideal client that you want to come into your business? Because you might be putting all your eggs into Instagram, for example, but you have a look at your insights and you've got between 18 to 25-year-olds following you, but really your demographic might be 40 plus, and they might be hanging out on Facebook. So really understanding who you're trying to target is the key thing that you need to understand the interest, understand who are they following as well, what imagery do they like to look at, are they visual people? So then you can create the same type of content that suits their needs, not your needs. It's not what you like as a salon owner, it's what your client likes and visually likes to engage with.
Definitely. Cool. And I guess, like, what you're kind of saying is that by choosing the right channel, then actually you're going to be almost saving yourself time, rather than being like, I must be on all the channels, and then actually they're not working for your audience. So that's another way, I guess, to kind of pinpoint and save a bit of time.
Yeah, and you don't have to be on everything. Pick one and do it well.
Yeah. Nice. I really like that. And so once you're kind of engaging with your clients and, you're consistent and you've built rapport with them, I guess, what's the next step in terms of attracting new clients?
So I love sales funnels, and a lot of clients, obviously, because I come from a marketing background, to me, it's quite easy to do, whereas I can be quite overwhelming for salon owners to get their head around a sales funnel, understand how it works and how to do ads that kind of bring people down the funnel. So basically a funnel is when a series of ads, I use the funnel process to attract people more so to the website, because we do sell a lot of gift vouchers. So we get people in that way. So the kind of the top of the funnel, so you think of a funnel. I know, Alyssa, you probably understand what it is, but just for the salon owners, I'll explain it very simply. So you've got a funnel. The top tier is quite a lot of people you can fit in the top tier. So you would do a very generic Facebook ad or Instagram ad to just maybe build some brand awareness, let people know what you're all about, maybe give them a few little tips. Then based on how many people that watch that ad, you can then retarget those people in the second tier. So the funnel goes down a bit. So let's just say you're in the middle. So in the middle, this is where you do a lot of your educational content. Really, talk about how you do a hair treatment or how you do a facial treatment. And if they watch that content, then you could bring them down the funnel even more and have a call to action, which means an offer. a special to get them to book in. So you've already built a know, like, and trust relationship with them using videos. Videos are definitely the most powerful thing you should be using. They've watched your content, they've gotten to know you, and then they'll book in. And you'll be so surprised with when they come in, they already feel like they know you. So for me, the other day I had a client say to me, "Oh, I really loved that skin video you did." And she was talking to me like she knew me. I had no idea who she was, but I was like, "Oh, amazing, that's so good." But she felt comfortable, confident to just have a really good chat with me. She felt at home when she came into the spa. And that's really what the process I use. If you find it overwhelming, you can always invest in someone who knows how to do that for you. Yeah.
Definitely.
So that's basically how we do it. It's a bit complicated, but it's probably the best technique to do it these days.
Yeah, definitely. Do you have, is there any other kind of tips, or is that what you really recommend you kind of get into?
Video content. So if that's more of like a high level strategy level, but just video content, just get the videos out there, share them in community groups. If you don't have much money or a budget, share them into groups, ask your family and friends, or just find those real key clients that love what you do and ask them to start sharing your content too.
Nice. And I guess you could also, those clients that do love you, maybe take photos of them and tag them, and then maybe they'll share it. And it's, I guess, about choosing people within that target market that you really want to, target is,
exactly.
those people to share your content.
Yeah, exactly right. Yeah.
Cool. And I mean, like you said, it is overwhelming. There is so much to kind of be done, and there's so many other things that we need to be working on. So for someone that's wanting to get started, other than, obviously investing in someone to help you, kind of, are there any other tips on how they should get started or where to start so they don't get too overwhelmed?
Facebook actually have a business section where they have lots of videos. So start educating yourself. You need to constantly be learning and educating. Watch YouTube clips on how to do these things. There's so much free content out there. Yeah. So just start merging yourself into all this free content and learn how to do it. Start playing around. I self-taught myself because when I went to uni, we learned about print media, radio, TV. We didn't learn about social media. Yeah. So this whole time I've been teaching myself and learning how to do it all.
Cool. Yeah. And there might be someone also in your team that is quite interested or might want to upskill as well, so you could always work with them on it. Or
yeah, and a lot of the young ones, they know like Instagram and they know how to use it, so get them involved. They do, some of the young ones do the most amazing content and have really good ideas too.
Awesome. Cool. And we do have a little bit of extra time. So while we're chatting all things social, I thought I would ask you, what are your kind of top 3 tips for someone that's really wanting to improve their social game?
Okay, so the first one would be definitely, like I mentioned before, understand your target audience. So have a look at your insights as well. You can see who's currently following you. Are they the right type of target audience? Where are they located? You might have a whole heap of followers that aren't even in your area and you've only got someone based in a local area. So you need to start targeting people locally. So insights are amazing. That's where you definitely need to start, is looking at insights. Thinking about who am I trying to target. So even doing like a little mood board, vision board of who is the right clientele you're trying to target. I always love doing my vision and mood boards. So that's probably the first tip. The second tip, and I did mention this, is the consistency. Don't just think, I tried this and it's not working. Well, you need to try. You need to keep on trying for like a few years. It's not a matter of doing it for a few weeks, because how the algorithms work is the more consistent you are, you're putting out fresh content, they're going to be more privy to show that content. If you just do a post once, no one's going to see it. And only a small percentage of people do see your posts as well. So you do need to be consistent. And probably the third one would be, now it's popped out of my head. What was the third one? Was the key one? Oh God, now I've lost it. How bad?
Let you have a think. I really did like what you said about consistency, and also just trying things and keep going. One thing that I really like to do, and at Katoomba that we really like to do here, is actually just like give things a go. And if it doesn't work, that's actually totally fine because you've just learned something. And so then just like give it a little bit of an edit or adjust it slightly and then put it out there again. And if it doesn't work, maybe give up on it, or maybe actually try it again and make another adjustment. Try and learn, and don't be afraid of failure, because it's actually not failure, it's just learning. And I think that especially when it comes to marketing, that's the most important thing, because it's not always going to work, and that's fine. You know, it's not to be detrimental. So
that's my motto too. Like, if it works, stick with it. If it doesn't work, try something new. But yeah, so the last thing that I was going to say was, that's right. People are people, so don't try and sell all the time. Like, it's not about you, it's about them. So just remember, when you're putting content together, if this isn't about me, it's not my chance to brag and have bragging rights and say, look at this, look at my sale, look at this. It's about them. So make sure when you write your content, you're actually talking to the person and you're connecting on an emotional level with them, with your content. So you really need to make sure you're hitting those emotional strings normally, especially in the hair and beauty space. Women are emotional, so we need to kind of pull on those strings and make them feel good about themselves. So that's probably my last tip. That's really important.
Cool, awesome. I actually just thought of another question, if you don't mind.
Yes.
You know, it is very overwhelming to try and come up with all of the content on your own, but you know, most people would have, you know, at least someone with them or a team around them that can help. So how can you kind of, I guess, encourage and your team to remember to create content that you can then share on your salons pages? And also, what are your thoughts around each of your staff having their own social media platforms as well, which are obviously then attached to their work into the business?
Okay, so with the content creation, I actually, more so with my coaching business, I actually go into groups and I have a look at people's problems. And then I think about, okay, can I solve that problem? Yes, I can. What can I create content around that particular problem? So say, for example, you could go into mother groups and, you know, all those little pages that you're a part of. Have a look at what people are saying that their problems are about their skin, or they don't have time to look after themselves, or whatever it is, they've got hair problems, whatever, and then write content around that, because that's probably the best source to find out to create your content. So yeah, always think about the pain point and then how you can solve it when you're writing content. And then monthly, I like to just allocate a day a month to put everything together, and I use an app called Later to schedule everything. So a scheduling app works really, really well, because when you're busy, you don't have time to think, oh crap, I need to do another post today. So scheduling is really, really important. And then what was the other question again? You mentioned
just getting your staff to help out and how to get them, I guess, on board and to remember, because it's hard to remember these things.
Yeah, it is. And I think personally, in hair salons, I think having your staff have their own Insta page with like an underscore and the name of the salon is quite good. In beauty, I'm just not, I don't know, I'm just not vibing it. I don't know. I just feel like, number one, in beauty, especially in my environment, you don't normally have your phone with you. It's more of a relaxing environment. If you're in a clinic, bit different. If it's all about skin, you can have your phone out. So yeah, it just really depends on the business and what they're trying to achieve. Whereas my brand's strong enough, I kind of don't need the girls to do anything. I just do it for them. Where if you're a smaller business and you need their help, it's okay, but you definitely need to have some rules and policies around how they use it, and how they use their images. I think that's really important. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Awesome. All right. Cool. Well, thank you so much, Ashlee. That was awesome.
Right.
I hope that everyone. Sorry.
I said my pleasure.
Oh, thank you. I hope everyone watching really enjoyed that session and got a few ideas out of it around how to attract new clients to your salon, but also kind of some tips and tricks around how to really improve your social media game. And thank you all so much for joining me, and thank you so much again, Ashlee. It was awesome having you.
No worries.
And we'll talk to you all soon. Thank you so much.
Bye.
Bye.